Welcome to the Rondo Show podcast, episode 103. It's your host, Rondo the Kiid. I'm in here. Shout out to everybody listening on Spotify, tuned in on YouTube, tuned in on all platforms that we on. Shout out to you. Check out our website at KiidCreatorsNetwork.com and tune in to everything that we drop. New music, new merch, new tours, new everything. I said new tours like I'm fucking famous. That's funny. Just very forward thinking. I've been pretty forward thinking my whole life and this whole podcast. So, happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody. Even though I don't celebrate that shit, I do celebrate my family. I do celebrate family. I do celebrate people coming together for positive reason, I guess. Thanksgiving is a positive reason, I guess. Not the OG Thanksgiving, of course. You should not pull it. But yeah, I took a bit of a break on this podcasting thing, just because of my life. Had to prioritize me, my mental health. Just like on the last episode, that's why I kind of ended it that way, just to let people know I come first. You know what I mean? I give people me on this show, and I try to stay true to that, and not exploit that which is me, and give not a fake version, but an entertaining version, and also a real version of me that I'm comfortable with living on, And all I could do, the least I could do with this show is help somebody learn from me and my mistakes, what not to do. But yeah, I love this shit, man. I've been gaming hard on the channel because I have to just have something consistent every day to do. But the main thing about this podcast is that it's a lot of work. I'm down for the task. I'm up for the task, but it's a lot. It's getting to the point where it's unmanageable for me by myself to do it and execute it at the level that I wanted it to. So I'm dialing it back just to make sure that I can keep executing at this level at minimum, giving people what I loved about my first episodes. Just keeping that on through this next 100. Hope everybody is healthy, happy. If you're not happy, hope you're on your way to your happiness, or at least on your way to something that can give you joy, give you some sort of peace of mind, some stress-free situation. I had a baby. That's another reason I stopped potting. 3 girls. It's a beautiful feeling, man. It's a new life, new lease on life. Also very educating. I learned so much from my children and my fiance and my wife during this time. It's a learning process. It's a learning process. But yeah. What to talk about? If you know me, I guess you should already know I'm siding with Kanye West on this whole thing. I love his video that he posted. I think it's an Extreme or some shit. Some sort of YouTube channel. Let me find it. Let me find it. Searching my history. Off of a tweet.
And Adidas to take what he's doing and put it inside of a $2,000 box. So it's only for the rich people. That mentality is played out. It's a dinosaur mentality, and it's only a matter of time till we get hit with an iceberg. We have to raise our consciousness. And how do we have people scamming, selling dope, selling messages of death in order to buy a jacket for $5,000, $6,000 and take all the celebrities and we push that? I'm not pointing fingers because I was doing the same thing until God brought me down to a place where I can really serve him. Because if I'm sitting on any kind of high throne that he didn't give, then I'm not in full service to him. All of the things that got taken away from me, I'm so thankful for that because I get to serve God better. So going into Thanksgiving, I know the people at Adidas are not going to have the best Thanksgiving. I know that they're not going to have the best Christmas. But if any way I could indemnify what they've done, even though they took that IP, they hired lawyers to sign it over. I promise everyone out there, those designs, they still good by me. Those designs still good by me. I know y'all saying, we not gonna buy them unless Shay got them. If y'all want those designs, they still good by me. I promise you, I can guarantee you one thing. On Thanksgiving and on Christmas, North, Saint, Chicago, Song, they gonna all have a good meal. And that's what we do it for, our families. So I'm telling you, this Christmas, this Thanksgiving, whatever Adidas wants to drop, and you know that that was a design that we put in, those are good by me. And hopefully this can like heal, this can heal some of the bleeding. Also, I know another thing is, for everyone in contracts, I know that this will never happen again in history. There will never be a situation where people end a multi-billion-dollar deal off of a tweet. Gotcha. Gotcha. So I would like to thank everyone that was involved with this negotiation. Thank God no one was hurt in the process. And I feel free.
Off of a tweet. Gotcha. Yeah, if you get a chance, check out this YouTube video of Kanye West with where is he? X17 online video, I guess. He said the people at Adidas, etc., is not having a good Thanksgiving. That was pretty funny. Yeah, he said this will never happen again in history where people let go millions of dollars, a multi-million-dollar business, and let someone free out of slavery, modern-day slavery, off of a tweet. Gotcha. Some people say that might be evil. Some people say he's diabolical. Some people say he's crazy. Some people say he needs medication. Some people say he has mental health issues. All could be true, but everything he said was still true, and everything he's done is proof of that. So let the world live with that. Let the world grow with that. And the world will receive Kanye West again when the world is ready, as it usually does. So I guess I don't have to talk about that because it kind of just lets you know my stance. I like to focus on my life, on my thoughts a lot on this podcast instead of harping on topical discussions, even though by default I end up on those subjects just talking about me. All the Rondo the Kiid music fans, I am dropping an album soon. I know people say soon, like that's supposed to be a fucking like date. But for me, I don't say soon and don't mean it. So I love what I've been making. Just the music I've been making has been very honest. It's very, very open. And I just learned that I'm kind of too good at this beat, this beat making shit, this production value that I bring on this project is some of my best work ever. It's the hardest thing now is picking the songs. The hardest thing now is like arranging the album and leaving it alone after I decide what songs I want, and just sticking to those songs and living with that album and actually loving it myself before I present it to the world. Yeah, but like I don't really know how to categorize my music. It's hip hop, I guess, for sure. It's like a new hip hop, but it's also a lot of other things. I have some shit on here where it's like no snares, no drums, like it's no trap, nothing, no. It's just music, man, and some of it is sound. I don't want to say healing as if it's been tested to heal, but I mean like just a very beautiful sound, man. A lot of it's like dope to listen to, cool sounds you've never heard, just shit that's just enjoyable to hear either for a moment or for longer than that, you know. Yeah. As far as the name for the album, I have no idea at the moment. I was thinking to name it I Need My License, but I don't know. I had a whole cover scheme for that track list, and that track list is not set, but you know, it's set. I'm the label and I'm the artist, so I have to think about everything when it comes down to picking a song, you know, and picking the album and picking the album title and picking the album cover, and I'm every department, you know, in the whole building. So I have to execute. And also, the longer I live with the music, sometimes I feel like, hey, it's not what I want. It's not what I want. It's not strong. It's not strong enough. I need to give something stronger, more solid. I need to bring something to the table before I put that out. And when it is out, I can set the price to the value that I deserve for what I've done. You know what I mean? Dropping on DSPs is dead, man. I'm done. I'm done dropping on Spotify. I'm done dropping music on all these other platforms. I will pay. I feel like to keep what's there is there for the time being. But moving forward, and kind of always been this way from the beginning, all my music is always accessible straight to you on my website at KidCreatorsNetwork.com now. RondoTheKid.com will be up and running soon. But for now, the company, you can get my music there. You can search other artists on our network. All the other podcasts we have there are there. We're in the process of uploading all the episodes to the website. So that's the main thing, man. I might be on some of these platforms at times, but when the day comes that these platforms aren't wise, it's not wise for me to be on these platforms anymore. I always have had my website, And I always want people to be part of that. More importantly there than anywhere else, because you always get something there that you can't get anywhere else. And that's the straight, direct connection from me to you. And to all the artists listening out there, creators, you gotta own your shit, man. I talked all the time. I try to build people websites. I tried to establish somebody's like business for them, and they just didn't listen. They didn't want to value that. Instead, they trust analytics. They trust numbers. They trust sending their music to somebody, them saying that it's here, it's there, and these people are seeing it, instead of knowing for sure and having that information yourself and being able to contact every single fan that you have. Changes the game, man. Puts you in a position of power. You can charge what you want for your music, and people will pay. But everybody got to start somewhere. And if you feel like getting seen is more important than ownership, then by all means, run your ship how you run it. But to those who love their work and want their kids to be able to eat, profit off of what you've done, you gotta figure something out on the side of you, not so much everyone else. I'm in the process of not being so reliant on my friends and family, and it's hard because when you move into that boss seat, all the L's come on you too. And I might have to say pause for that, but nobody talks about how much of the hit you take, how much money you pay up front. People quit on my podcast, people break their contracts, people do this, and they feel like they should be paid things, and it's like, bro, you motherfucking you're not doing all the work. You're not doing shit. T-Pain, said it on his podcast. He said, you think every other week people will like us dropping like that? And they said, no, I like our rhythm. He said, yeah, of course y'all like the rhythm. Y'all not editing these motherfucking episodes. Like, it's hard work by yourself. Like, when you got to do it all and you got to contribute, you got to be on top of it. You got to come in and do it and execute every fucking episode back to back. It's like people have to grow with you, growing with that. And everybody not made for it, bro. People say they are until it happens. And it's just what it is. By the time you're hearing this, you would have already seen that clip I reposted, episode 67, bro. There's so much shit like that on this show. I have to like bring it back to the surface because this shit is ridiculous that it even occurred. But I was just talking to a fan the other day, telling him, like, bro, he was telling me, actually, people need to hear this shit. Like, the shit that you guys are talking about, people need to hear it, And that guy's the other guy is a unique person, and his perspectives are different from most people, but it's important that that voice gets heard, you know what I mean? And then people hear a reply to that voice. Someone actually gives that. I guess giving it a platform, it's not necessary for me to do it, but I just believe that people need to not be afraid to have conversations and ask questions and actually talk with people and get to give people the chance to say how they feel and what they think before you cut them off. Before you shut them down. We're gonna shut you down before you shut them down. Look on your damn calendar. You don't know what day you took out your loan? Look on your calendar. Why you can't look on your calendar? But nah, man. Rondo Show podcast episode 103. Subscribe on YouTube at KKN Media Company on YouTube. Subscribe to my other channel, Rondo the Kiid, for all the Rondo the Kiid music videos, just my random thoughts live stream. I'm just live streaming that now. That's supposed to be a daily show. I took a break to manage the network, focusing on the gaming, and build a gaming fan base, and I've leveled up in the gaming in a way that I kind of wanted. So, it's easier to take that on in the work of a podcast at the moment. So, but I'm back, and I believe that my plan is going as planned, and God's plan is going as planned as well. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the Rondo Show podcast, episode 103, man. I will be back with another episode right after this. And